All right, so something a little different today. I thought I'd just hit the record button on my camera and just have a chat to you about the current state of this channel, the future of it, where I see it, because I've had quite a lot of time to think about what I want to do, and some of my goals and vision has changed a little, and my perspective on things. Over the summer break here in Australia, which was a few weeks ago, I had a 6 to 7 week trip with the family. Kids had a lovely time in Southeast Asia, and it's really priceless memories and experiences that you really can't get otherwise. But during that time, I did continue posting on my YouTube channel. I did post on a weekly basis because I had recorded videos in advance, so that streamlined and made things a lot easier, which gave me some time to think. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So this channel, as you know, I share tips, tricks, how-tos, tutorials on the latest AI tools that I find, some productivity tips here and there, and overall things that I share on screen, right? That's quite the obvious. And this right here is very foreign, very different. And you don't usually see me post things about me, my personal side. You know, this is something that I am not so comfortable doing. And I'll talk more about that in this video. But one thing that struck me, and it's actually struck me like last year in particular, is AI. It's quite ironic because I share quite a lot about AI and the tools that I find on my channel, but AI is a commodity. Now, intelligence really can be bought. AI can answer anything you want. It can be your agent. It can be your friend. It can be your assistant. Any questions, doubts, concerns, or even feelings that you want to share, right, even at that stage, you can use ChatGPT, for instance. So this has become, I'd say, a little bit concerning. I'm not too worried. I'm not too concerned. But in a world, or at least with my channel, where I'm sharing how-tos and tutorials, when I share something about, let's say, how to get started, or Canva for beginners, how to get started as a beginner, you know, I share that. But you could very well these days use something like Gemini Live, which allows you to show your screen and then ask Gemini, oh, now what do I do to modify or get rid of the background of something, right? On Photoshop, it knows what you need to do so that you're clicking on it and it will prompt you, right? It'll tell you next, click this, click that, and then you can prompt Gemini Live something like, okay, so now I've done that, what do I do next? And then it'll give you the answer. It'll show you what you need to do, which brings me to that point. So I'm not so fearful of that, but more so it's about me sharing tutorials that are quite, I'd say, plain. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but there's no personality in it, right? And that's something that I want to do more of on this channel. I want to instill more of my personality. I want to share little behind the scenes of what I do. I want to share a day in the life, and it's definitely out of my comfort zone. It's always been on the back of my mind, but truth be told, and the honest truth is, it's just so much easier to make a tutorial sitting at my desk. I can plan it out. I know exactly what I'm going to say. I don't script word for word, though I do have an outline, right? A list of things that I need to cover in that video. If you tell me about a tool that you want me to share or share a tutorial on, I can investigate it. I can research it. Give me a couple of days. I'll write a list of things to cover, and then I'll share it. I'll share the video tutorial really straightforward, because it's so much easier just to share something on screen and have that attention not towards me, but to the screen, to that particular app, that particular tool that I'm talking about. But when it comes to personal types of videos like this, where I'm being a little more vulnerable, it is rather hard. I rewatch the videos that I record, and I just feel like I cringe. I don't like the way that I sound. And when it comes to impromptu things, I just don't do well. I rather have something that's kind of well planned, well prepared, which you can obviously do, but it just doesn't feel as easy, and it's foreign. It is foreign. And that's one thing I want to do more of in 2025. One of my goals, one of my visions is, yeah, sharing a bit more of my personal side. Like I said, AI is a commodity and intelligence can really be bought. It's kind of like electricity. You buy electricity, you get electricity, that's all you need. And I don't want to become the channel that just shares, tutorials. And looking back, I have been running this channel quite consistently, posting on a weekly basis, sometimes 2 videos a week, which was what I was doing back then. But now I've found that like a weekly schedule works best for me. It's quite sustainable. I've never felt kind of burnout, I'd say, not to that extreme. I have felt like creative burnout where you kind of run out of ideas. Apart from that, that is about it. So I could really run the channel just talking about how-tos and tutorials if I wanted. But do I want to do that? Not so much. And I know going into this, like sharing more of the personal side, it may not get as much views. It may not gain as much traction in terms of my YouTube channel's growth. I know that for a fact, but I don't want to make money the #1 driver of this channel. Otherwise, it just loses its authenticity. And that's not why I started this channel. Initially, I started the channel to share and educate people on specific subjects on entrepreneurship, email marketing, digital marketing, and then fact is, I didn't actually monetize or turn on YouTube ads until like a year later, even though I was eligible for monetization and as a YouTube partner. But my thought was I didn't want to like show ads on my videos, and that just like for me goes to say and show that I didn't go into YouTube to actually make money. I already had my other businesses online, so it wasn't the #1 priority. So going back to, I guess, that original state there where how I started, that's where I want to take my mind back into there and think about why I started this channel. It's always the why. Why do you want to do it? If it's just for the money, I don't think it's going to be a sustainable thing. And this is what I want to do. Like, I want to be more vulnerable on camera. I want to share a bit more of myself. And this doesn't mean that I'm going to share or change my content altogether or the channel altogether. I just want to share some videos about, let's say BTS stuff or day in the life stuff here and there. Like, I'll sprinkle it here and there, but it's not going to be the sole content angle that I'll be posting on this channel. With that said, I'd love to know your thoughts on this direction of mine. And I am going to do it either way, but because I appreciate you, I am truly grateful for the point that where this channel is, just hit over 500,000. Without, of course, your support, then this channel wouldn't exist at all. So your input as a community does matter. And as much input that I take from comments that I get on my videos and the community tab, I always take that into account to see what you'd like to see on the channel. At the same time, I need to also think about, is this authentic to me? Do I want to share content on that just because it will potentially get thousands and thousands, if not a million or a couple of million views? I know it could go viral. I don't want to do it for that sake. And that just then leads to all about, getting into the vanity metrics of things, which I don't want to get myself trapped into. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I know exactly what topics will do well. I know if I share 10 AI tools that you need or that are mind-blowing, that will, almost guarantee will do well. But I don't always want to do that. It's just not sustainable. And I don't want to become that kind of channel to provide that. Nothing wrong with it, for sure. There's always an audience for that. But just personally for me, I don't want to steer into that direction. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. That is all I have to share in this video. something obviously a lot different to what I share. But moving forward, hopefully I'll be able to share more on these kinds of things and the struggles, challenges, and thoughts, I guess, that I'm currently going through. But otherwise, I really appreciate you joining me in this journey, and always appreciate you for watching my videos. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.